Welcome to the first webinar in a series dedicated to our newly launched product called Tempo Integration. Let me give you a quick introduction and then we can take a look at some of the pain points our integration can solve for you. My name is Barbora Golasowská and I'm a product owner at OnPoint Services. Now let's take a closer look at our product. As you have probably guessed from its name, Tempo Integration connects Jira software, Tempo, and Dynamics 365 Business Central. The solution is intended for any company that needs help with management of their projects, no matter its size or industry. Our customers are specifically project managers, project departments, and CFOs. And now, what's the core functionality of the Tempo integration? It automatically downloads work logs from your projects in Jira and Tempo to Business Central, where you can easily manage your project-related finances and focus on what's truly important. Analyze your data and track your costs and profits. Let me give you more details later in the presentation, and you'll see that the project management with Tempo integration has never been easier. We've put together 3 of the most common problems that managing projects across multiple separate platforms can lead to. Our problem number 1 would be time efficiency. As a project manager, you can often struggle with time efficiency, despite the fact that staying on schedule is one of the core responsibilities of a great project manager. You have to coordinate different teams, change priorities a lot, and have to resolve many unexpected situations on the go. In addition to that, using 3 different systems for project management, time tracking, and financial operations won't much help you and will lead to delays and time efficiency troubles. If this rings a bell for you, let me introduce you our product in more details and offer you a solution. With the Tempo integration, you don't need to switch between systems because all data is automatically downloaded every night through a corresponding job queue entry. We also use familiar workflows and interfaces, which is something your employees can benefit from, as the onboarding process will be much easier than with the other solutions on the market. Also, all work logs are downloaded into a standard project journal, and once posted, they are recorded into project planning lines and project and resource ledger entries, exactly as you're used to for billing or cost tracking. Another great thing about the Tempo integration is that it creates your resources automatically in the Business Central. Now, let me give you a quick demo in our sandbox I prepared for you. So let me share my screen. Okay, let me find the sample project I created for you. And I'm going to show you how your work logs can look like after they're downloaded from Jira to your Business Central. So let's go to the project part of our sample project, and let's head to the corresponding project journal. So here's how your work logs could look like in Business Central. You can see that each line of the project journal represents exactly one work log. And as I mentioned earlier in the demo, that the Tempo integration can create the resources for you automatically. Let me show it to you in our resources here. So what happens is that the Tempo integration checks if the resource already exists in the Business Central, and if not, it will create it automatically. And it will assign to it this Jira account ID, so that the systems knows to which work log this person belongs to. Okay, we also have flexible project mapping and other customizable features so that you can adjust the workflow exactly according your needs. So let me head back to the project card. And as I mentioned, the flexible project mapping, this can be done using the project keys from Jira. You can map as many Jira project keys to your project is in Business Central as you want. It's probably worth mentioning that this value always works in pair with the corresponding tempo account key. Of course, the system won't let you use the same combination for more than one project, but you can use the same tempo account key for as many Jira project keys as you want. And this is something that is very useful because you can use this approach for both existing projects in Business Central and new ones. Okay, let me end my demo here. Another great benefit of the tempo integration, increasing your time efficiency, is the fact that the implementation is real quick. You won't have to wait for weeks-long process analysis and product implementation. Because our solution is universal, you can start using it right away. You can even set it up completely by yourself with our assisted setup wizard prepared for you, and our help if you need it, of course. And our problem number 2 is related to data inconsistency. Another problem you may face as a project manager working in a separate system is data inconsistency. Because your work requires a constant exporting and importing of files, which often leads to situations where the changes made in one system are not reflected in another. The next pain point deeply related to data inconsistency is definitely manual data entry, which leads to even more errors and inaccurate information. Again, this can be solved easily with the tempo integration. You can say goodbye to the manual data entry. With the tempo integration, you can be sure that all your important data is securely stored in one place, which gives you control over maintaining a single source of truth. When information needs to be changed, just make sure that the change is always made in one place. And thanks to that, your records in Business Central is always up to date. Okay, I'm going to show you another demo situation. Let me share my screen again. Let's go to the project journal once more. And let's say you're about to post the work logs for the month of October, as you can see filtered here. But you notice that one of the lines contains a mistake. Well, how would you approach this? The correct approach is to delete this faulty line, or you can leave it here as you want, and go back to your tempo. You need to find the corresponding work log you want to update. You update this duration from 45 minutes to, for example, 2 hours, because that's what you originally wanted to fill in. Let's hit update. And now we need to go back to the project journal, and when updating this kind of information, you can use the action for manual workload downloads we designed exactly for these purposes. So let's just check our filters. You can see that the period is automatically set to 1 month, but for the sake of this example, I'm going to change it to just first 2 weeks in October. And I think that's it regarding the filters. Let's hit OK. And now the line we just updated in Tempo should be updated in Business Central as well. And you can see that I was right, and that the corresponding line got updated right here. Another useful feature we could probably mention in this part of the presentation dedicated to data inconsistencies and how the Tempo integration can solve them would be probably the smart permissions. With help of our smart permissions, you can decide whether the project journal lines should be editable by the relevant project manager only or by everyone else as well. You can set this up in the general settings of the Tempo integration. I'm going to show you the corresponding section just so you have an idea. And this is it, project journal creation section. And one more useful feature I would definitely mention here are our pre-posting checks. You can set them up in the general settings of the integration I've just shown you. And you can use them to double check the information in your work log lines before you actually enter them into the system. To do that, you would normally use the post action here, but for the sake of the example, again, I will use the preview posting instead. And you can see the first pre-posting check notification coming up. And it's informing us that we're about to post lines from 2 different periods. You can see that all of the notifications are non-blocking, so you can continue despite the message. Another thing we are able to check for you is that if the status of each work log was set to approved in Tempo. And we can also check if you have the pricing information filled in correctly. And if not, you can double check what went wrong, and you can fill the pricing information in your resources. And once you've done that, you can go back to the project journal and use the update amounts action, which will pull the correct information to the corresponding lines. And now you're ready to post the work log lines to the corresponding project. I can also show you where you can turn this feature on and off, or where you can select the pre-posting checks you want to use in your workflow. And again, it's in the Tempo integration settings, and it can be found right at the bottom of the section here in the project journal posting checks. Okay, the third most common problem you probably face as a project manager using multiple platforms is a limited ability to analyze your data in a consolidated way. And since data analysis is a big part of project management, let us make it right for you. And data analysis is probably the main reason why we decided to come up with the Tempo integration to help you analyze your data and focus on what's truly important. You can either analyze your data our integration brings you in the usual way, such as by looking at the costs and estimated revenues on the project card. For deeper analysis, you would probably use the analyze mode available in the project ledger entries, or you can benefit from our own Power BI report that we created with our project managers specifically for the purposes of this integration. So let me give you a quick demo of the report. And this is our Power BI report. This is the home page. You can see that you can filter to different projects or project managers. You can also see the total amounts related to profits, costs, and revenues of your project. And this is general information about the total number of the projects you currently have in your Business Central. If you select a filter on the home page, let's see. Let's say you want to check all projects managed by the project manager Jefferson. You can go to these two screens to inspect the data more closely. You can see that the data here is being pulled from project task lines. Again, there are many different filters you can use. Or you can go to this screen, which displays data pulled from project planning lines. The next three screens are not related to the filters you use on the home page. Here you can track your costs and revenues by project. On this screen here you can check the profitability of your project. You can also see which projects are in loss, if there are any. We also have this slider you can use to filter your projects according the profit percentage. And the last screen is related to the billability, because every project comes with a certain amount of non-billable hours. This is reflected on the last screen of our Power BI report. So that's it. And that's about it. So let me give you a short recap here. We have mentioned all the main features of the Tempo integration, such as the automatic download of work logs, the analysis options, and much more, from the flexible project mapping to the pre-posting checks, the automated resource creation, or the easy setup. But there's at least one more feature that's definitely worth mentioning, and this is our work log merging feature. We can merge your work log lines according to different criteria so that your invoices you send to your clients stay concise. I'm going to show it to you in my demo project. Again, you can either set this feature up for all your projects here in the Tempo integration settings table, and the feature is available in the product journal creation section here. You can see that you can either decide to merge your work logs according to resources or according to respective GL accounts. But this feature is also available in directly on the card of each project. So you can set it up for some of your projects. Okay, so that's all from my part. That was a general introduction to the Tempo integration. I hope you found it interesting. Thank you for your attention, and we look forward to seeing you in the next session where we will show you how easy it is to set up tempo integration.